What's up, guys? Jeff here. As if you don't know, I have not done a video in a while. So I'm going to talk about that here in a sec. So I haven't done an unboxing. I haven't done an update video in a while. I really have been meaning to do it, but there's been a lot of crap going on. I've been super busy with work. I had bronchitis and my wife got pretty sick and we've had a lot of stuff going on. So I just have not had the time. And to be perfectly honest with you, it was a lot easier when I had Mikkel doing all the editing and stuff like that. He did a great job. And our schedules didn't really sync up. And it was becoming very difficult. And I kind of had a different vision of what I wanted to do with the channel. And while Mikkel came through in a lot of things, Mikkel wasn't a reptile keeper, so it was really hard for him to understand about species and, you know, putting the right labels in the videos and stuff like that. So I liked, and we both agreed, and we're both still friends, to kind of part ways and do our own things. And he had some other projects he wanted to put more time in, and his work was picking up, and so I was starting my own company. Anyway, the trade-off is that I have more control over what the content is, but the part that sucks is that I'm doing all the editing. And that is not very enjoyable to me. I gotta be perfectly honest, that's probably my least favorite thing about all the video process. Is a lot of guys really like it and they geek out on it. I don't really like the editing part of it. I don't feel like I'm that great at it, and it's just not as enjoyable for me. So I'm pretty much been sinking more of my time and energy into Corrales Radio and trying to be a little more consistent with that every month, putting out a couple videos. And the YouTube channel is just gonna kind of be like something that I do on occasion, you know, when I have something good to film. And I have not had very much content, to be perfectly honest. I didn't want to just put crap out there. But I will do it kind of, I'm doing this kind of from my phone. So, you know, it's going to be one of those types of videos, but you know, the quality will still be pretty good. So I'm going to do an update with you guys, show you guys what I have going on in the shed, and that's it. You know, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okie doke. So this is where we're at in the shed. This is actually, I don't even have this thing plugged in. It's getting down to 30 something degrees at night. And that's where the temperature is coming in at. I don't even need anything to heat it. It heats itself, because I paid pretty good money for the insulation. I didn't skimp on that. But this is the shed right now. These are my Amazon cages here. There's 2 cages here that don't have any animals in them. I have a couple animals that I'm growing up that I'll put in there. But I guess I'll start on this side. So just got some, you know, crap there. I've got my pictures here. This is actually my tiger Maximus that's on my first video that I sold to a buddy of mine. That was my favorite chondro right there. Her name was Butterscotch. She's produced by Andrew Ammon. She was, let's see, 50% VAC, and she was from a splash baby that was the sire. If any of you guys that are chondro nuts and get really into lineage, you'll know what that is. But she had some VAC. She's a high yellow, really, really cool animal. Sold her to a guy out here when I got out of chondros, and she unfortunately didn't thrive for him, but she was solid for me and was really, really nice. He ended up losing his whole collection. So what we're looking at here is Got a couple tarantulas. This is a Versicolor in there. Starting to get blue. These two here are albiceps. They're so small you can't even see the babies. You might be able to see them in there. See if I can. I don't think you can. They're super tiny though. Just some slings. Albiceps, they're the golden red, Mexican golden red rumps. This here is an avicularia species. I'm trying to remember the name. It starts with an M. It's pretty rare in collections. But anyway, trying to zoom out. There's a little bit of a glare. But these guys feed on crickets and dubia. I've got a cobalt blue and this one, wherever it is. Oh, it's over here. So that's just a little cobalt blue. And then I have just a Guyana pink toe right over here, which if any of you guys want this one, you can have it. Feeds really well for me. It's a pretty common species. I think I picked it up at a reptile show for 15 bucks. And you can handle them. So all this stuff you can handle. That's kind of why I got it. But anyway, that's my little, I do like tarantulas. I don't talk much about them. I used to have a ton. So this wall here is going to be lined with cages. Well, not lined. Basically, I'm going to take this, move this down a little bit, rearrange the pictures, which will open up more room. And on this side, I'm probably going to have some terrestrial cages because I've got 2.2 white-lip pythons. These are not the two that I'm going to take out. This is Psycho 1 and Psycho 2. They flip out for no reason. But these two are a little more placid. That one's actually in shed there. But they're very, very pretty animals and really, really cool. Let me see if I can get this one. But they're awesome. They're kind of neurotic. They're like little spring-loaded, animals. They're kind of nervous, but I really like them. These two are pretty laid back. They're pretty kickback animals. They get a little wiry sometimes, taking them out. I don't have anything in there. A lot of you guys have asked about Amazons, and this is the litter of 12 that I have, plus a couple others. Well, one thing I do have here, this is going to be kind of a long video, sorry. I've got a yellow Biak right here who, it's the first time I've ever seen it grounded. Since I used to keep chondros, that doesn't really worry me too much. So I guess maybe I'll just go through the rack. So I've got that little Biak. These are some of the animals that are, I'm not really pushing to sell them, but they're all for sale. This one's for sale. These guys are all in the probably $225 to $300 range, depending. These are for sale. This one is not for sale because it's not eating consistently enough for me yet, but not super worried about it. This one here was a holdback and it's for sale. It's probably terrible lighting, but it's kind of a reddish color. Come here, dude. See all that orange? It's pretty cool. I've got a few like this that are for sale. If you're interested, this is going to be the fun part. And that really did not work out as I had hoped. Okay, I'll have to make a note to clean that. Come here. Okay, I had to put that one back and clean the tub because I knocked the water bowl over. This one, oh, I already went through that one. This is the other one that these are the only two that aren't feeding the best for me yet. I mean, you could tell they're still got good girth to them, but they're not feeding that well for me. And I've been so busy, I haven't been out here messing with them a lot. I'm thinking I might actually hold this one back, maybe. I'm not sure yet, but the orange on it's pretty cool. So I'm thinking this one, even though it's not a direct sieve, may be a little bit similar to this girl. This is Satan's helper. She's awesome, but she's opaque, so she's not gonna really look that great to you guys. Anyway, going back. This one I may hold back, I'm not sure. It's pretty red. I have a little star on some of these. Let's see. This one was a holdback. It's for sale. It's cool. It's got that orange and peach on it. Same thing with this one. This one was a holdback. This one's like pink. And these aren't like your standard garden. I don't even know if you would consider some of them a garden. I don't know what they're gonna do. This one right now is just a I did not produce this one. This is a patternless red. I may sell it, I may not, I'm not sure yet. This one is a calico tiger, also not produced by me, but that one was for sale, and a good friend of mine in Florida bought it. An old friend of mine that used to keep Amazon free and still keeps them. This animal is mine. I haven't shown any of these, but that's a red patternless, maybe a calico, I'm not sure. It's got some interesting little specks coming in on the head, but that one's pretty awesome. I apologize for the camera work. All right, dude, your tail. Anyway, putting these back in. This is probably my favorite. Freaking killer red patterned baby. Just super awesome. Stoked to have that one. And this one is also one I might hold back. I'm not sure. I did produce this one. Again, these guys are like pretty cool. Something unique. It may turn gray, it may not. I'm kind of holding on to them to see what they do. All right, get in there. Okay, so that's the Amazon babies. I've got some grow outs in this one. I'm just kind of going through what I have. So I've got 2 pairs of captive born and bred IJs. These 2 were produced by Stephen Katz. They're freaking awesome. Probably some of the nicest IJs I've ever seen. Really, really pretty. Got one right here. That was the male, this is the female. Now I have a tiger baby that I got from Eric Burke's pairing this year. That's the male, so she's here as a female. She's probably hanging out. Look at that stripe. She's freaking awesome. Really, really cool. Really happy with how these guys are turning out. But I apologize if the lighting's not the best. I mean, it is the Arcadia lights, what I know Reptile Basics sells them. That's what I've got in here. Okay, so I have 2.2 of these. And these are awesome. I have not really shown these off either. Now this is Boiga Dendrophilia melanota. So these are the Malaysian mangroves here. Really, really cool snakes. Mine are pretty kicked back. I really like them. I've got a sexed 2 pairs of them, but they're really awesome. They're all same size, farm hatch babies, came in right off the farm, but I like them. They're probably one of my favorite colubrid species, and this is how I keep them. Just put them in here, you know, in the cocoa husk, spray them down a couple times a week, give them cork bark to either lay on, help with shedding, or most of them just hide underneath it. They're really starting to come into their own now. They've shed with me a couple times. I don't even think I've shown the shed off since I've actually moved everything in here. I wanted to get more cages added, but I just haven't had a chance yet. Now these are really cool. These are Phrynonax, so these are neotropical bird snakes. They're kind of in the ugly phase right now, but they have an ontogenic color change that's pretty drastic. They look like little vipers as babies, and then as they grow, they get like yellows and reds and pretty cool colors. They are not, I apologize for moving the camera around crazy. They are kind of difficult to get feeding, you know. They bluff up, but they're super fast, very visual, but they're really pretty snakes. You can hand feed them. So these guys, they'll take live, put in their live pinks, unscented, put in their cage. They'll devour them. They also will take chick legs. So I put chick legs in there, and that's how I get them to take frozen thawed, is I put chick down and scent the scent with it, and they'll take those. Or if I want to take unscented frozen thawed, I actually hold them in my hand about a third of the way back, and I just kind of hit them in the head with it, and they will take it right out of your hand. But they're really, really cool. Probably one of my favorite colubrid species, if not my favorite. I'm trying to put this in here. Let's see if I'm able to do that, because this animal is so fast. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to stop and start again here in a second. I need both. All right, got that in. So now I've got some Amazon tree boas, grow outs, really, really pretty ones. That was a patternless orange. It's starting to get a few spots. This is one of my favorite animals in my collection. Pretty badass, right? It's pretty dry out here, so the moss gives them some added humidity and helps them shed. This one here has had a rough shed, so that's I was keeping them all on paper towel, and then I moved them over to this stuff when that one had a rough shed. So now I'm doing that with all of them. So I'm just I was eating fine. I'm just waiting for it to shed out. This is another yellow. I mean, that's probably, if you're like banded with no black, it doesn't get any better than this one and the one I just showed you guys. It is like by far the best out there, in my opinion, the nicest. This is a baby I produced from a different litter than the ones you just saw. All these guys are really handleable. This is a red, actually. All of the lighting makes it look kind of orangish. but pretty one. His dad and his mother were both produced by Rory Gresco, but I produced him. Now this is a project I'm starting, and I have not shown anyone, but I do have a lone diamond female that is going to have mega tipping as she gets older. She's going to have some killer tipping on her. I'm thinking I'm going to name her Tipsy. I know. A for creativity. So I've got some chondros. They're just BX. So that's that one I showed you guys at the beginning of the video is the only yellow one I have. This one was a red baby. I bought this one from Ryan Burke. It's going to have a lot of black from the way it's going right now. So anyway, I have that one. I've also got this one that's going to have a ton of nice black. They're also from Ryan Burke. These have been in my care for a while. I just haven't really shown them off. And this one probably won't have as much black, but still looks like it's going to be a nice animal. This one's going into shed. So all BX, they're my favorite locale. Then let's see. Love these. And I don't really take these guys out that much. This is the male, and he made a mess in his water bowl. Dude, why do you always do that? Freaking awesome. This is boa constrictor longicauda, otherwise known as the Peruvian longtail boa. But I love their heads. They are just awesome. So this is my male. My female is in a big tub up here. She's put on a little bit more size. I mean, I think I showed you guys these when I first got them, but put that one back. I don't think I have since actually. These guys are awesome snakes. They don't bite. They're really, really laid back. She's actually gotten quite a bit bigger, but really, really cool. They actually increase in melanin as they grow and get older. So I'm really excited. You know, these animals are kind of like a breath of fresh air. They will eat anything and they never bite. And they're also super hardy and don't get like respiratory infections easy and stuff. So this girl has belly heat. So I actually want to get another pair of those because I really, really like them. So these are my Amazon cages. Got some stuff in here. It's a calico female. This is a very different looking calico who is, well, she's opaque, so I don't think I'm gonna show her. This is the mother to that big litter of tree boas. Pretty big girl. These guys have been breeding a bunch. He's reddish. They're both punks. But I've got another one that's opaque in there. This is a red girl that I have. Some of these animals belonged to Charles Coutras, but I've just kept them here because I really like some of them and like how they look. That's the dad to the little red one from before. He's red. Some of the lighting's kind of washed out. This male here is the sire to the big litter. He's also red. And you guys know Fogo. He's also opaque. So I guess maybe this wasn't the best time to do the video of the adults because they're all going in the shed. But anyway, that's it for right now. And that's the shed. That's kind of what I have going on. Raising a lot of stuff up. I don't have very many things that are breeding size. With these babies and how much I'm working, I'm really not trying to produce anything this year. Maybe if I get something from these guys, great, but I'm not planning on pairing anything up this year. So if you're looking to get animals from me, probably this rack is all I'm going to have. Anyway, hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. That's a little update. Until next time, you've been watching Godbold Exotics.